those firefighters that worked there today, people were saved for their actions that they did in this fire today. Citizens were saved, and that's what we do. We sacrifice our life for the citizens of the city of Boston.
It is a somber mood tonight, and we're on the scene in Boston with the latest details. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. I'm Chris Pisano. Heartache in Boston, as you just heard, and really across the state, as 2 firefighters die in a devastating fire, which also sent several other people to hospitals. ABC 40 Stephanie Officer is live for us from Boston, where our community is astonished by the events unfolding there.
Yeah, Chris,
Stephanie.
As you said, a very somber mood out here. It's very sad. And of course, you see all these fire trucks and police activity behind me because the fire, 8 hours later, is still burning. I'm going to let you take a look at it yourself or what you can see. We're just about up the block and around the corner, just off of Beacon Street from where that fire is still burning. And of course, it is going to be a long night ahead for firefighters who have already dealt with a lot of tragedy earlier today.
We sacrifice our life for the citizens of the city of Boston. That's what Michael Kennedy, firefighter Michael Kennedy, and Lieutenant Eddie Walsh did today. And I'm very proud of the firefighters today that worked hard. I'm very proud of firefighter Walsh, firefighter Kennedy, great guys.
2 members of the Boston Fire Department, Lieutenant Edward Walsh and firefighter Michael Kennedy, died in Wednesday's 9-alarm fire. It started just before 3 in the afternoon at 298 Beacon Street in the Back Bay. It started in the basement and quickly rose. Thick black smoke and flames billowed out of the 4-story brownstone for hours. The wind in itself was another obstacle. Boston's fire chief says that in 30 years he'd never seen a fire spread so fast. Firefighters rescued everyone who was in the building. Lieutenant Walsh and firefighter Kennedy were both trapped in the basement. Lieutenant Walsh of Engine 33 was 43 years old, married with 3 children, all under age 10. 33-year-old firefighter Kennedy of Ladder 15 was single and a Marine combat veteran.
I've met with their families. One of the hardest things that a president ever has to do, and the commissioner and the mayor have to go to the family. I would just like to say if we could keep our prayers for the family and let them have peace right now.
13 other firefighters were injured. None of those are thought to be life-threatening. Now, as I said earlier, the fire is still burning 8 hours later. But what's interesting, which you can't really see here, is that it's obviously blocked off to traffic, Beacon Street. But a lot of folks are kind of out and about, walking around, peeking their heads in. A lot of folks are actually walking their dogs, and many folks still, as hard as it might be to believe, don't even realize what went on earlier today. So it's interesting to see the duality happening between, obviously, the somber mood here in the city of Boston and, of course, across the state, especially amongst authorities, but those who are just kind of walking around and still trying to figure out what's going on. Live in Boston, I'm Stephanie Officer, ABC 40.
All right,
Chris,
thank
back
you,
to you,
Stephanie, for those details. Now, Governor Deval Patrick released a statement tonight saying, "My heart and my condolences go out to the families of the firefighters lost in the line of duty today, as well as the entire Boston Fire Department. This terrible tragedy reinforces how we must be grateful every single day for the brave men and women who put themselves in danger day in and day out to keep us safe."